Hello, friends. It's Jennifer with One Crafty Sister. And let me tell you, I was determined that I was going to come live to you guys tonight, whether it went right on time or what. So, I can't show you my face because I can't flip. But I am here to share some awesome projects with you today. But let me just show you something. I got something in the mail today. And really quick, before I even go, I know you can't see my face, but my name is Jennifer Hill with One Crafty Sister. And as frustrated as I am right now, I am so happy to be here with you guys to share some crafty projects tonight. Albeit a little late, there are times when I seriously just want to poke my eyeballs out because of technology, and I don't know what it is, but it likes to really frustrate me. But look at these guys. My team know that I was like one of the last people to get them. I'm so excited. It is, today was actually mini catalog and the start of celebration earning for demonstrators. And just as a little FYI, this catalog, look at this cute ice cream. This catalog starts in January, on January 4th. And celebration is my favorite time of year when you get to earn free product when you shop. So you shop, you earn free product. You host your friends, you earn free product. You join Stampin' Up! As a demonstrator or just as a discount shopper, you get free product. So, I just am so excited about this. And if you could see my face right now, you would see that it has a really big smile on it. I'm going to set these aside though, because I have 3 projects to share with you tonight for my online card class. And I am going to share some projects. This first project is made with, well, actually all of my projects tonight are made with products from our online exclusives. And you may not recognize them. I mean, you might have seen them because you are out there on the internet looking for creative ideas. However, these are not in any catalog, any print publication that we have. You can only find these online. So if I don't show these to you, you might not know that they exist, right? So the first bundle that I'm going to play with tonight is the Simply Sparkling bundle. Look at this. This is so cute. It has a soda can, these adorable fruit shapes, and really fun and kind of just lighthearted sentiments. And then it has these awesome dies. Excuse the reflection of my ring light, but it's got the soda can die. It's got the dies for all of those cute fruits, and it's got some fun bubble dies. One that cuts out the bubbles on the stamp set, and then a fun one that makes a really cool background. We're not going to use that tonight, but I know I'm going to be playing with that. So let me show you the card that I am going to make with this bundle, and I'm going to tell you how tonight works. Now, you get to watch me for free tonight making 3 adorable projects with these online exclusives. If you place an order with me at the link that's included in the description of the video of $35 or more, you will get a kit to make all 3 of these cards that I'm going to share with you tonight. And not just 1 of each card, but 2 of each card. So you will get a kit with 6, the supplies to make 6 cards, 2 of each of these cards. You just have to provide your own inks and stamps, but I will provide you the rest. So let me show you the first card that we're going to make with this. Look at all that pretty shine. Isn't that fun? Now, this paper is in our annual catalog. So that is not an online exclusive, and I'm going to tell you what that is called here real quick. It's one of our foils, and I love it because can you see how shiny that is? Like, look at this. Perfect for this project. Well, hold on. Let me just show you here. Let me just show you. So this is called the holographic trio. And you see how holographic that is? So you get some of this silver holographic, you get kind of like a berry color, and you also get blueberry bushel, I think is the color. So I love this, and look at this, funky. That is so funky, right? But it is so cool, and it's perfect for the metal accents on this can. Oh my gosh, I know, Melissa, right? So we are going to start out by making this card right here. And as you see, when I open this card, this is everything that you will get, kind of just like this. It might be a little neater when it comes to you because my packets are usually much more organized than this. But you are going to receive some strips of cardstock. And now this is such a fun layout for a card because how many little scraps do you have laying around? You have so many scraps that you could use to make this card. Just gonna get all my little pieces and parts laid out here so that you can see everything that's gonna go into making this card. I love these little holographic pieces. Oh my goodness. Okay. Let's go ahead. I have my card base here. I'm just going to go ahead and fold this and go over that with my bone folder, my card base, and set that aside. I have a layer here, which is going to be this main layer on the card here. And if you can see, we're going to stamp some bubbles on there. So we're going to go ahead, get our inks out. Let's move this out of the way. Put this up here. And let's grab the ink and my little grid paper, because I am going to do some stamping off. So I already have the bubbles here on this, and I think my pool party ink is kind of just really juicy. So yeah, so I'm gonna stamp off once, and I'm just gonna go in some random areas of my card and add some bubbles. Let's see. I think that's good. Okay, so there are some bubbles. Well, I'm still gonna need that. Not gonna close that up just yet, but I am done with my little grid paper for now. And next, what we're going to do is we will close this for now. We are going to make a pattern or add our little strips of cardstock. So I have 3 different colors here, and you could make this any color. You know, this little stamp set has all these different fruits, so you can pick a color of one of the fruits and then just kind of build from there. So a couple of these are extra. I have to remember a couple of them are for the inside. So I've got this, 2, 3, and then one of these. I'm looking at my original. Oh, no, this one comes out. That one goes in. That and that. Is that right? Oh, no, one more. There. Okay. So now you might be thinking, oh my gosh, how tedious, Jennifer. How am I going to get those all lined up? Like, how much of a pain in the butt is that? Well, I'm going to show you a little tip. We are just going to line them all up in a row, kind of get them edge to edge, like so, okay? Doesn't matter if the ends are even, because we're going to cut them off. Okay, but what we do want is we don't want them overlapping or anything. We just want them edge to edge. Of course, my fingers. I think what happened is I got so frustrated when I was having technology issues that now my little fingers are shaking all crazy like. Okay, so you want to line them up. And then I have a piece of our masking paper. So this is a great tool to use when you're trying to get something kind of stuck together. So I'm going to, if I can get this apart, separate the edge, and I'm going to use my masking paper. When I did it the first time, I had it on the big sheet and I just peeled the backing off, but I cut it down for demonstration purposes. Lesson learned, don't do that. I see the edge. Okay, there we go. Okay, so this part is trash and this part is sticky, okay? Now, it is very sticky, and so I like to kind of put it on my skin a couple times, or I'm putting it on my clothes right now and just kind of detacking it some, because you don't want it super sticky because it will rip your paper if it's too sticky. But that way I've detacked it some, okay? And now I'm going to just put it over my paper. Now I can pick those up. Well, I detacked it so well that it's not sticking now. We'll just do it the upside down way. You can do it this way too, which is probably easier. Okay, so we've got them all together, and I'm going to take and add some adhesive all the way down. I'm using my Seal Plus. I'm also going to go this way just in case. Of course, now my fingers are stuck. Just in case I didn't get every little strip. Okay, so I've got adhesive on them. And now I'm going to take and lay it on my project at an angle. Kind of push that down. I see this one needs to be scooted in just a little. Let's push that in. That's good. Okay, and now I'm going to slowly pull this off. So now you can see that I have those strips on my card base, and I'm going to take and trim these off, the ends off. I'm going to need to clean my scissors tonight after doing this because of all this seal over the edge. But I just prefer to use the seal versus liquid glue for this technique. It's just my preference. So, okay. So I'm trimming all those off like so, and I have the cute striped panel on my card. And now I have a length of our Sweet Sorbet baker's twine, and I'm going to wrap this around and tie it in a cute bow. All right. Trying to keep it on the same angle as, a little bit more. Same angle as our little stripes. I still need a little bit more. Keep going to tie it and I'm like, oh, I need more. Okay. Let's get these little things untwisted. All right, so we have our cute bow. I'm gonna line it where I want it on my little stripe, okay? And now I'm going to add this to our card base using dimensionals. Can never have too much dimensional support. I'm a big fan of dimensionals. I've told you guys that many times. Okay. So we're going to add add that to our card base like so. And now we are going to work on our adorable little can of soda. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is get these two pieces on. And I'm going to use liquid glue, but I just want to give a little bit of warning is that anytime you use liquid glue on a die cut that has cuts in it, it will come through the other side. So you just want to put a little on. You don't want a whole lot, especially when you're working with foil and it can get all over the place, all over your foil. So you just need a little. And even if you get too much, there's nothing wrong with taking a little off. Okay. Oops, no, it goes this way. Let's put it on backwards. Okay, so there is that little piece. And this, which is normally what's cut out of here, I've cut out a black, and we're going to add that, oops, right in there, so that it kind of looks like it's looking into the depths of the can of soda. All right, now we have this adorable, look how cute this is, this adorable little top for this soda can, or if you're up north, pop can. And I'm just going to roll up a glue dot, and I'm going to stick it on the bottom. Can you guys tell I've been crafting? I've got ink all over my fingers. It's a sure sign of happiness. Okay, so I've put that on with a glue dot. And now I need to stamp my extra bubbly birthday. So let's see, I need a little cushion up here. Get my ink back out. These fun mixed fonts are really adorable. So we're gonna go with extra bubbly. And this stamp says birthday wishes, but I'm just going to ink up the birthday. It's on my, something on my little clear block. Okay. So I'm going to ink up just the birthday. One more time. And stamp it on there. Whoops. Look how cute that is. Extra bubbly birthday. All right. Next, we have to put together these super adorable little strawberries. And I'm going to go back to my mini glue dots. Now, I want to show you here that there is a little slit in the top. I don't know if you can see that. See that little slit right there in the little strawberry? And this little greenery actually fits right into it, like so. All right, so what I did was and you can see how on the back, how it fed through, okay? So I'm gonna put a glue dot right there. So it's going to hold these two pieces together. And allow me to adhere it to my card. So I'm going to do the same thing with the second one. Grab a glue dot. And Tuck that one under and adhere that. Now, I didn't do this on my first one, but I'm feeling inclined to just put a little bit of Winkostella on these strawberries to give them a little sparkle. And I always have it handy. It's in my little handy toolkit where my glue is and my snips. Maybe I'll just do it on one, like so. We'll see. It kind of gives nice dimension between the two. Okay, so now this is going to go on a piece of basic white, and then we are going to pop that up on dimensionals on our card. Where I put my dimensionals away so I couldn't find them. Imagine that. Okay. Almost done with this cutie. So we're going to add this right about there. Get this trash off of here. Okay, let me make this bow a tad smaller. I don't mind the long tails on this card because there's room for it. And then the last thing we need to do is we need to add a piece to the inside. And I thought it would be fun to take and carry the kind of stripes through to the inside. So you could do one of two things. You could add them this way. You could add them this way. I think I'm going to do them at an angle. I think I'm just going to add a little bit of glue. I just want to carry that angle from the front of the card to the inside. Oops, wrong way. Take and add just a little bit more. Ooh, way too much glue there. Way too much. So this is a fun way to add detail to your card with all those little scraps that you have. Because you know we all have scraps. All right. This is going to go on the inside like that. And then we have our really sweet, extra bubbly birthday card with our little cute strawberries. Yeah, Kathy, this is a fun set. You shall not forget. How cute is that? So that is card number one. And again, when you place an order using the host code or the link that is in the video description of $35 or more, you will get a kit with everything except your inks and paper to make 2 of these cards. Okay, so that is card number 1. Let's move on to card number 2. Let me clean some of these stamps real quick so I can use my blocks. I think it's time to give this a good wash. Okay. Let's see here. We got bubbles. And birthday wishes. Okay, now let's move on to card number 2. Card number 2, we are going to need this. We've got a blending brush. Card number 2 is inspired by, well, both of these cards were inspired by samples that Stampin' Up! Created because the designers are so awesome. So this is the Feathered Flight stamp set, and you might have missed this because, I don't know, because it is a online exclusive and you might not have seen it. But I love this for a lot of reasons. Number one, sometimes you just need something for a masculine card. There's great options here for a masculine card, but also great for a sympathy card. We're going to make this Thinking of You card today. Okay. And I'm going to show you a tip for getting a good image off of these distinctive stamp sets. Now, before we get started, I wanted to show you guys, because I haven't shown this in a while, but if you recalled, when I was just working on the last card, I was using photopolymer stamps. So those stamps are clear, and you take them off this little plastic sheeting and you put them on your clear blocks. But you need to have something underneath, like a stamping mat, or this is some of my retired Stamparatus grid paper, but I like it because it's nice and small. But the what are called cling stamp sets come like this, and they have a sheet of stickers. And you add the stickers to your stamp. So I just wanted to show you how I do that. I pull these off of the sticker sheet, and I pull one side of the backing off, and I kind of lift up like so and add it to my block. And I lift that up so that I can pull it off easy. I've already taken the backing off my stamp. You can see that it comes with like a paper backing on it. And I'm going to kind of look at, I'm going to turn my stamp over, and I'm going to line it up visually, sticker over stamp, and just press down. And now I have the sticker on my stamp, in which I can use over and over and over again. So if you haven't seen that in a while or done that, it's a great little tip. All right. Oh, I'm going to use this one first. Okay, so sometimes you have a really squishy ink pad. And I had a really squishy ink pad today, and I was like, you know, I know this happens with my customers and my team members, so let's figure this out. When you're using distinctive stamps, let me just show you real quick what a squishy ink pad looks like. You might ink it up, and you stamp it on your project, and you're like, you know, it's pretty, but it's got dots in it. It's not like what I was expecting, okay? So one thing you could do is take a spoon or your bone folder and kind of push the ink to the side of the stamp. I'm going to show you something else that works particularly well with these distinctive stamps, and that is inking it up with one of your blender brushes. So I'm just going to take a little bit of ink, and I'm going to rub it all over. Then I'm going to take my piece of paper and stamp my bird. Now I want a light look, okay? So you're gonna see as we go forward with this that that's gonna be what you want on this card. So we're creating kind of like just a background, but you can still see the detail of the duck. Okay. So now we are going to take these smaller ducks and do the same thing. And we're creating like a flock of ducks all across the background of your card. And it just is a really nice effect or a nice look. All right, let's see. I think I need one more little set flying off over here. Okay, so there I have the background. Oops, we still need that. Let me change out the large bird because now we're going to stamp the other duck. And what's cool about these, and I don't know if you notice the detail on here, is you can totally ink these up with different colors using your Stampin' Write markers. And make this this looks like a mallard, you know, with the ring around its neck. So I picture a blue-green head. I haven't done that yet, but I'm sure someone out there has. Okay, so now I'm going to take this other duck and I'm going to do the same technique with the blending brush. And I'm going to stamp him down on a stitched, this is a Stylish Shapes stitched circle die. So see how nice that looks? You get all the detail because it's the distinctive stamp set, but you don't get any of that heavy ink look, which is what I didn't want. The sentiment is going to be stamped right over the the duck, like so. Thinking of you. So it gives just the right amount of contrast there. And let's get this out of the way. Burnish that. And we are going to add this layer to our card base. I'm using my Seal Plus because it's humid here in Florida and we need adhesive that sticks really well. Okay, so this is some of our new ribbon. It's the Pecan Pie center stripe ribbon. So it's really pretty. It makes really pretty bows, but we are not tying a bow with it tonight. We are just giving a simple kind of ribbon fold here. I'm going to just add a little bit of adhesive here on my card to stick this down in place. I'm going to trim those ends off in just a minute. And we're going to put some dimensionals on this circle. Add this right over the top. And then I'm going to trim those ends right up. Oh, I need that one a little better angled if I can. Okay. So there is the front of the card. And we need to do something on the inside of the card. So I'm going to take our little flock, our little mini flock, and I'm going to stamp it up here. And I'm also going to ink it up and stamp it on the bottom. Right there. Add that to the inside. And then I feel like I want to add another one of these to my envelope. Got to decorate our envelope, right? So I'm just using what ink was left on there, and I'm just going to add that to the envelope like so. So now you have your nice Thinking of You card with your Feathered Flight stamp set. So this again is also a online exclusive. So you'll only find this in the online store, but you can just search for Feathered Flight and that will come up. Let me clean these really quick. And I'm about to show you one of the simplest cards, but man, when I tell you that Stampin' Up's papers are so good that you literally can make the most simple card that is so beautiful with just a piece of paper. You will believe me when you see it. And it is another online exclusive. So, give me 1 second. All right, let's put these together. That was card number 2. And let's pull out card number 3. Now, I literally just got this stamp set, so I have not played that much with it, but it is called Softly Said. And it has these nice, again, distinctive stamps with these nice sentiments on them that can be used as big, bold sentiments on the front of a card. I'm going to use the Just Because, and I'm going to use it on the inside of a card. But let me show you what I'm pairing it with. Have you seen this paper yet, ladies and gentlemen, whoever's on here? This is the Meandering Meadow, okay? And it is gorgeous. Let me just show you how gorgeous. So we've got these watercolor prints on the front, and on the B side we have some textures. So this is like a wood grain. We have this beautiful path. On the back, some more watercolor. This pretty scene, which we might use this one. Let me set that aside. We might use that one for our card. On the back is some more kind of textury paint look. A beautiful, just these beautiful scenery. They look like oil paintings. And some more brushstroke design. Oh, I like this one with the oak, the big tree. It looks like an oak tree. And some pretty color on the back. Oh, these daisies are pretty. Look at those. More color on the back. field of yellow flowers. It's just really gorgeous. This looks like some kind of seaside walkway. That's a really pretty background. What was the Horizons paper we had last year was so popular and so pretty, or maybe even 2 years ago. It's very similar to that. Oh, this has a design on the B side instead of, so it's got some florals back there. Here is, oh, not the one I used. It's similar with some pretty, this looks like clouds. This is what I used on my sample card. So this is a note card, but sometimes you really need something that is not a lot and doesn't take a lot of time, okay? So on the inside, I stamped just because, okay? So this is just so beautiful. It could be like a little piece of art on someone's desk or whatever. I'm just obsessed with how simple this paper makes striking cards. And then this last one has some irises or something on the back there. So all just really, really, really super gorgeous paper. It is called Meandering Meadows. It is an online exclusive as well. And it has so many coordinating colors. So I'm just going to show you this simple card. I'm going to trim down this piece to work on my card base. And having note cards and envelopes around, guys, is like just a way to be able to crank out some quick and easy cards when you need a quick and easy card. Now, I don't have measurements written down. I just have to kind of look at this. And I think this is 5, right? Yeah, kind of doing this by memory. All right, so I've cut down my panel that's going to go on the front of my card. And, you know, when I was doing this, I'm like, well, I could totally do a die cut piece or a strip of basic white or very vanilla cardstock across the front, but I really just didn't want to cover up any of this beautiful paper because look at it. It's just so pretty. Did I cut it wrong? Looks like I cut it a little too short. I'm going to trim the tiniest bit off the bottom just to give an equal border. Oh, that was the wrong thing to trim. I need to trim off the sides. Let me get another one. Okay, let's try this again. I need 3. Okay, I got this. See, yes. Okay, now we're right. We are right now. I will be able to use that paper on something else. Do not worry. Okay, so now I have the nice little 1/8 inch border that I wanted. I'm going to take and add some adhesive to this. Do you ever run over the edge with your Seal Plus? I do that sometimes, and you can just kind of fold it back and you'll never see it. Never ever see it. Okay, so there is that layer. And then I'm going to take some of the brushed brass butterflies and add some of those. These are kind of strong enough I can do these just with my fingers. Okay, so there are those brushed brass butterflies. Say that 5 times fast. Woohoo! It's a tongue twister. And then, let's see, I think I'm going to add this pretty piece. I'm going to use this, but I'm going to add this piece to the back of this envelope to decorate the envelope. But I want to measure this envelope real quick because I want to cut off a piece for the inside. So I need like two inches, like right at 2 inches. But I'm going to give 2 1/4. Just for safety purposes. Even if it means I have to trim it more. Okay. I'm going to pull out my liquid adhesive. And add this to my envelope. And then I'm going to trim it, trim it off. That slid. Take my paper snips and trim that off. This is a fabulous way to make your envelopes match, but also use up your designer series paper that you have hoarded in your craft room, because we all have that. Okay, so there is that. I'm going to take and add this little strip to the inside of my card. Here, I'll use with just a line of liquid adhesive. So we've been able to try to slide just the littlest bit, and it goes flying across my card. We've been able to add a piece to our envelope, to the front of our card, and the inside, tying all the pieces together just using one piece of 6x6 DSP. And then I used the Just Because stamp. And I tell you, my Night of Navy ink is a little juicy as well. And I feel like I want to use that same technique that I used on the last card. Let me grab. All right, I've got a blending brush here, because those are always handy. Pick up some color. I'm just going to brush it all over this. I'm going to test it out on my grid paper first, just to see if it gives me the look that I want. Let's see the difference. Let's see the difference. I need something in between. So I have an idea. I'm going to ink it up, brush it a little. That's the in-between that I needed. Okay, so sometimes you got to try some things out. So I've got it inked up. I rub the brush over it. Plop that down on my card. And now I have Just Because in there. I just love this paper. And for customers who may be new to card making, but they want to make handmade cards, you know, a paper like this and some note cards could be a great way to introduce them to the art of sweet and simple card making, you know, because this is so beautiful. And I know it's simple, like I know some of you are avid crafters and you're like, oh my gosh, Jennifer, put something on that, put a layer, but it's the simplicity that is so gorgeous to me. So You can add all the things you want to your card. I like every now and then letting the paper do all the work. So let me show you our cards again from tonight. Here is our sweet and simple, using the softly said. This is our feathered flight. Oops, let's see. Our feathered flight. And then our little, what was this called? Simply Sparkling soda cards that were just so cute. So there are all three of the cards that we made tonight. And as a reminder, when you place an order using that link in the description of the video of $35 or more, you will get all the paper supplies to make all three of these projects. You just have to add your own stamps and ink. So with this, you could do this with any animal, or you could even do this same technique with flowers, okay, and create the same style of card with this. You'll get everything except the extra bubbly birthday and the balloon, the bubbles, if you have any kind of bubbles. But if you really loved it, you'll want to go and add this bundle to your order, okay? When your order reaches $50, I am going to send you a full pack of the brushed brass butterflies. Or if for any reason they are not available, because sometimes stock changes overnight, once I close out the host code, you will get something equal, but I'm starting with these and we hope that they'll be available because I love them. So that is your 3 cards for my December online card class. For those of you who are local, if you would like to make some cards in person, we will be stamping at my studio this Saturday for coffee and cards at 10 a.m. If you would like to participate in that, you are welcome to join. I just need to know that you're going to come so I can make sure I have enough projects prepared for you. So if you're not on my email list receiving my invites, just shoot me a message and I'm happy to add you to the list and get you any information that you need to come to the studio. I would love to stamp with you in person and you can see some of these projects in real life. So thank you all for bearing with me with my technology challenges at the beginning of the night, but I hope you enjoyed the cards and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Oh, before I forget, besides this upcoming Saturday, next Saturday, the 16th, I have a Santa's workshop. So if you are looking for an opportunity to come and make some last minute stocking stuffers or what I call girlfriend gifts or Christmas gifts for your friends, please plan to register and join that event. You have until this weekend to register. It is $45, but it includes hot cocoa and lots of cookies, and you will make multiple projects. So thank you guys so much, and I hope to see you at the studio. Good night.